Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, for your Patreon cast for the week of August the 28th, it's going to be Jin Air Rogues versus TY on Deathaura, the latter edition. Top left-hand corner is the pink Zerg player. It is Rogue, and in the bottom right, it is the blue Terran player. It is TY. Now, spoiler alerts for GSL Season 2, but Rogue won GSL Season 2, so I think he's going to be a little bit of a tough matchup here for TY. And this is from the Team War Chest, right? You saw that. You saw that. I know that you did because you're a StarCraft fan. 16, 18, 17 here from Rogue, and a quick... Oh, I was going to say a quick third. Sometimes Rogue likes to do that, but are you just checking for proxies with a drone? Good heavens, Rogue. He's just checking for proxies, man. Who does this? No Zerg player does this. They just live or die by being able to scout with their overlords. They don't even care. They're like, yeah, whatevs. My overlords don't see the proxy and I die, so be it. I've rolled the dice, but Rogue is really worried about this, which is totally understandable. TY, as most elite Terran players are very, very, very good at proxying and being extremely dangerous with it. But not today. TY threw up the barracks at home, went for the Reaper expand. Reaper's name is Sokka. Tired of being the non-bender of Team Avatar, Sokka sought a way to be useful besides a near-useless boomerang. Or the sword he wasn't allowed to use due to the age rating. Or his comic wit. Mysterious travelers from space told him they had the ability to grant him the power of super speed, flight, and the ability to fire metal projectiles. Sokka signed up into the Reaper program after reading none of the piles and piles of fine print. Dude, you made Sokka a Reaper? That's brutal. Sokka doesn't deserve that. Sokka's a good dude. Alright, man. Reaper cruising on out. Reaper Sokka, may he live forever, but that's not happening because this is Rogue. I mean, this is like top 3 best Zerg player in the world right now. Is he better than Raynor? I don't know. Is he better than Cyril? I don't know. If you win GSL Season 2, like, it's a good thing. The problem is neither Raynor nor Cyril play in the GSLs because they don't live in Korea. So, like, it's hard to label him such, right? We're going to have to wait for stuff where everybody's competing. I mean, you're doing all right here, Sokka. You got a kill. Bruised up a couple of those Zerglings. You can deny the third base, but the problem is this map has a couple of possible third bases for Zerg. You know what? Are we 2 basing it? We're at 250. I don't see an attempt. Ooh, beautiful. See the Overlord spawning down here. Lets you know when the Reaper's going to hop up on that high ground. Overlord positioning, very, very good. Right here from Rogue. Are you okay? 3 minutes have passed. Just droning up, man. Maybe this one. Maybe you are the chosen drone. No, just heading to the natural. No big deal. Dude, at this point, alarm bells need to be going off in TY's head. This is some kind of a 2-base... lair-style attack coming to murder you. You maybe need to stop making SCVs like right now. Start getting into things like tanks, Marines, and Marauders would be pretty good in this situation. I'm not sure how much Hellions are going to help you against whatever is on their way. Again, there's no help. It's a lair. It's 2 gas. There's no Roach Warren. There's no Baneling Nest. I mean, Sokka's like, I gotta come in and check this out. But goodbye, Sokka. We hardly knew ye. Oh, he doesn't know about the lair, but something was freaking him out. He had to come in here and see. And yeah, there's no third base, man. It can't just be Lings. Oh my gosh, 3rd and 4th gas coming up. Still no Roach Warren. Still no Roach Warren. Is it a 2-base Spire play? Marines would be really good here. I love Liberators too against Mutalisks. And there's your 3rd base. Okay. So Rogue just starts his 3rd base at 4 minutes. But his lair timing is going to be fast. He's going to have a ton of gas. And there's your Spire. It is a 2-base Mutaplay opening into a 3rd base at 4 minutes. Holy smokes, Rogue. There's nothing crazy from TY. He just going Hellions all the livelong day. He is getting a 2nd barracks, so this is going to be bio. Stim coming up here too, yada, yada, yada. All right, man. So it's going to be bio versus really, really fast Mutalisk. He's got Spores coming up, building to deal with the Liberator harass that is probably on the way. And he is correct about that. I guess the Overlord, or the Overseer, came in and saw what we were dealing with here. He sees the barracks. He knows it's bio. And I think at this point, throw down a Baneling Nest, right? There, he's got a Baneling Nest. Okay, cool. So Baneling Nest down. I don't know what it is. The pink on the pink is kind of throwing me off a little bit here. Is the problem. Hellions. All right. Couple drones down. This is enough queens to handle this number of Hellions. The third base timing is super duper late. Look at the third base, though. TY is like, nah, it's fine. Look at a third base, normal timing. We're going to pretend like there's nothing bad happening here at all. I'm going to lose my Liberator to his 4. It's a little bit sloppy, but, you know, 4 total drones down. Problematic, I would say, out of Rogue. But he's going to saturate the third base. He's got 7 Mutalisks in production, now 8. Now that the Spire is done, and behold, the missile turret construction needs to begin approximately now. You got engineering bays, perfect. This reminds me so much of a Brood War game. It really does. Like, 2-base Muta is such a standard opening for ZVT and Brood War that basically the timing of when you need to start your missile turrets is just drilled into the heads of Terran players. So they know what they're dealing with. As they know when to start the turrets is when the Mutas are making. But at this stage, I don't see much anti-air at all. Like, at all. Contaminate. Oh, medevac production halted. There's a handful of Marines here, but there are no Widow Mines. There are no Thors. There are no medevacs. What is this? Rogue just showed up with Mutalisks. TY, caught with his pants down, finally makes a turret. They're in the third base. The natural base doesn't have one. The main base has one, though. So maybe this worked out in the end. He snuck the missile turret construction up. It doesn't take that long to build them. The Mutas are being annoying, but they're not exactly winning the game here. 4 SCVs have gone down. 15 Marines have died? Whoa, that is more Marine deaths than I anticipated, or I noticed. Okay, well, TY is fine. He's on 3 bases. Rogue's on 3 bases. He's going to take a 4th up this way based on the creep spread and whatnot. There was something. I don't know what killed those 2 drones. Maybe a couple Hellions. Sure. A couple Hellions snuck in. Didn't get much done, though. Production, more Mutalisks, man. Rogue is the Muta man recently. I mean, what he's been able to do with Mutalisks against Terran, what a lot of Zerg players have been able to do with Mutalisks against Terran recently is just abjectly terrifying. It is. And Rogue's on my list of players that I trust with Mutalisks against Terran. There are only a handful of them. I'd say Rogue, I'd say DRG, I say Cyril. And I think that might be the entire list. Maybe Dark. I've seen Dark do some good stuff with Mutas recently, even though he hasn't performed super well in GSL. His Muta control's been insane. Yeah, so this Ling Muta stuff, finally making some Banelings for the first time today. Repair the turret. Oh, the repair on the turret was good, but it's dead anyway. But bought some time for the Marines to come in and save the day. They weren't too far away. Oh, reactors getting smushed. Marines getting smushed. Medevacs, nice dodge on that one. Back, no, careful. And then again, just so careful with his Mutas. He has lost 5, which isn't great. A regular Marine drop up in the main base, getting some good work done. But too many Zerglings. Good drone pull, though. It did force a drone pull, which is nice. That turret does not get repaired. It is down. Another SCV down. This is what you do with Mutas. You need to be constantly active with them while defending against stuff on the other side. It's what makes StarCraft so darn hard, is this kind of thing, where your Mutas, if you don't babysit them well enough, they will all die. And if you're not active with them, they're a waste of resources. They need to be out killing stuff. They are not defensive units. And in fact, they're not very good at defending. So here comes TY. Good old Marine tank Hellbat style deal here. Banelings are going to be huge, which in fact there's 19 on the way, so hey. Yeah, I think we're correct about that one. Banelings are going to be a big deal right now. Spreading the tanks out, spreading the Marines out, coming on in. Baneling trying to connect on stuff. Mutas on top of everything. The Medevac's getting focused down by the Mutalisk. Tank count is down to 0. Baneling's getting some decent hits, but you know, how many Marines are left here? Are there enough is the question. Ooh, there's a Thor. Gonna magic box it? Oh yeah, look at that. Disgusting, disgusting magic box. Does get picked up and saved by the Medevac, but the Medevac itself is pretty vulnerable. Trying to save it. Okay, never mind. It's dead. Medevacs are down here as well. And Rogue does manage to take out most of that bush. through the power of mutalisks. He did end up losing another 5 mutalisks, but he killed a Thor. He killed 5 medevacs, 4 tanks. I mean, yes, he's making incredibly economical trades here with these mutalisks. Income is about even right now with some spikes with the mules for TY. Again, TY's been 3 basing it against not even a 4 base yet here for Rogue. His 4th base is just now getting saturated. So TY has way more cost-effective play right now. And in fact, it's 8,800 resources lost for TY and 7,700 lost for Rogue, which is never where you want to be if you're trying to win a TVZ, man. Not going to happen. Ling's getting on into that 3rd base. The Muta's trying to attack the 4th. Don't really do much there. And they do shove the Lings away from the 3rd base, too. Creep spread, okay. Not great. It's not like Scarlet level creep spread, but Rogue's Mutalisk control is better than Scarlet's. Which, by the way, if you want a Scarlet replay, I get requests for her from time to time. There was a Scarlet versus Future 39-minute video that I put up just a couple of weeks ago. Although, if you're watching this on YouTube, then it was like a month and a half ago. But yeah, if you're watching this on Patreon, first of all, thanks for being a supporter of mine at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. That gives you access to these replays posted a month before anyone else can see them. Yeah, Bailey's getting some okay, alright connections there. Nothing incredible, though. Really, nothing amazing. The Mutas get out of there. They can't kill the Thor. Too much Marine support. Missile turrets, you know, still standing, helping with that. Supply depot's going down as well. But yeah, it was a Scarlet versus Future. So if you just search Scarlet on my channel, you'll find her most recent cast that I made of hers. It's really quite impressive. You should check it out. I believe that's from the war chest as well. All my good replays recently have been from the war chest. So thanks to Wardy for releasing those. Great dude. In case you don't know who Wardy is, like, honestly, if you're watching this and you don't know who Wardy is, leave me a comment because he's way more famous than I am. For good reason. He, like, personally puts together incredible StarCraft 2 tournaments with incredible talent, which is not something that I do. So, yeah, totally respect his work. I guess it's his full-time job, though, not so much for me. So that's the difference here. Widow Mines. Oh, Widow Mines are the bane. They are the bane of Mutalisk existence. But if you have enough Mutas and you have detection, you can pick the Widow Mines out of the ground before they fire on you, which is tricky, tricky business, but guess who can do it? Rogue. Rogue can do it. I worry about TY here because Rogue's expanding just kind of all over the place right now, and TY is here on 4 bases, which is really fantastic at 12 minutes. That's good. Good macro for sure. Thor count looking pretty terrible. Again, Thor Marine here. There's a couple Marauders in the mix to absorb Baneling hits. But otherwise, I don't know. Are we going to base trade here? I feel like we're going to lose this base. But TY is going to sack one of his bases. No, all right. Enough Marines here to be a little bit scary. They do have 2/2. After all, Banelings, the splits are good. Look at this, kind of rolling in a couple of Banelings at a time. I'm not sure if I agree with this or if it's kind of throwing off TY's defenses because he's like, we killed all the Banelings, hooray, and then 4 more rolling out of nowhere. Yeah, so that hatch is dead. Looks like TY is trying to expand over this way, but creep spread preventing that from happening. Hatch down. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. I don't know about the Ultralisks here. But if your opponent is largely Marine and you can tech into Ultralisks, you're going to have a pretty good day. Marines trade exceptionally poorly versus Ultras, for sure. Mutas continuing just to kind of dart around and get stuff done. 16 Mutas have gone down. Not all of them, which is what happens eventually to the Mutalisks of players who I do not trust. Baneling hits, dude, 17 SCVs down there. The Orbital Command stays alive, which is a huge, huge important deal. The Widow Mines, I think one of them might have got a hit there, but it does pay the ultimate price. Changelings getting dropped down, but there's nothing for them to change into, and so they're just amorphous blobs, as they usually are. This is a good game. This is some really good ZVT action right now. Rogue did lose a base. He got a little bit greedy, I think, on his expansion timings. TY is going to try to punish him up north here. Another attack coming left. Ooh, the army split from TY. I kind of love this from him. Okay, so he knows that can just get canceled, so he's not worried about it. Plus, he's worried about this. How do you forget about the Mutalisks? How do you not build missile turrets instantly at every base that you're building that's new? Look at that missile turret count, but look at the Mutalisk count. Repair the turrets. Oh, not repairing the turrets. Okay, that's a problem, TY. I know, he's really worried about Banelings crushing him in the front here, which is entirely, it's a reasonable concern. But you gotta do something about these mutas. These geysers getting sniped. More and more SCVs getting killed all of the time. It is 53 SCVs that have died to 10 drones. This is not good trades, is what it isn't. Rogue has a massive income advantage. He's been so good with these mutas, but they might be trapped. They might be trapped in here. They're just going to take their licks and get along down this southern side. All right, man. Kindness plating and 3-3 on the way for the Ultralisks, which are building at the same time. +3 infantry armor is coming up. Already +3 attack is done, because that is the priority here. TY needs to kill a base in the next, I think, 60 seconds. Or this might just be it for him. Ow. So 3 lings for an SCV. That's probably a fair trade. You just gotta... The problem with trying to drop as a Terran player when your opponent has this many mutalisks, with +2 attack especially, is that this happens to it. It's hard to really effectively drop if there's mutas out. If you can kill the mutas, then yes, drops are back on the menu. But the mutas, as long as they're alive, they're a huge deterrent. A massive, massive deterrente. Deterrente. I don't even know. Ugh. Okay, Widow Mines and Banelings doing stuff up here. I don't know who came out on top necessarily in that situation. But the Ultralisks have arrived. TY's maxed out, but he doesn't really have a great anti-Ultralisk army right now. He does have a couple Marauders and some Widow Mines, which are good. Liberators would be nice. Ghosts would be great. I don't know if the Ultras want to engage. Look at, they're abandoning. They're abandoning ship, but this is happening down south. Baneling bomb planetary down. That is how you do. And now, maybe he can focus on this. Okay, so that hatch is dead. But Rogue has re-expanded to the left side, that one that died earlier. I think TY wants 2 bases. I think he wants to kill this base and this base, which, you know what? He's going to get him. Oh my gosh. And suddenly, Rogue is on kind of 1.5 mining bases. I mean, TY is not healthy either after losing his 5th, obviously. The Banelings don't want to engage with those Thors. It takes way too many Banelings to kill a Thor to be cost efficient in this setup. And suddenly, we are looking really tight. TY has an advantage in army supply. He has an advantage overall. He is down in worker count, but he does have mules. So his income is going to be not horrifically bad considering the worker disadvantage here that he's under. Because mules are good units. Man, there's nothing defending this planetary. Another Baneling bomb, but it'd be massive. The mutas are kind of getting picked out, man. 30 mutas have gone down here so far in the first 17 minutes. Rogue, I don't want to take away your title as elite mutalisk player. I mean, you've done great so far, but a little bit careless with the mutas. Again, if you're forced into using mutalisks in a defensive position, by golly, you're doing it wrong. They are just not intended for that at all. But the Ultralisk count is scary. Oh, coming from the south as well. Banelings just on top of everything. TY's army on the left side trying to avenge. Trying to take down this hatchery before the army comes to save it. And you know what? They're going to get it, too. The damage output is nuts when you have +3 in stim. All right, so Rogue's income, not great. It's effectively even income right now. TY is desperately trying to take a 5th base if he can. Army supply 116 to 81, and a lot of that is lings that aren't going to do much by themselves. Ultra Ling, yes. Ultra Baneling Ling, yes. Ling Mutalisk, yes. I don't know. Oh, but the Ultras from the backside sneaking on up here. Rogue, I really feel like he needs to get something done with this push, and he certainly can. These Ultralisks are a great answer to the Marines. Not so much to the Marauders here. He's trying to hold court back, trying to defend as well as he can. The Ultras are getting blown to pieces, though. Whoa, it's 72 to 30 army supply, and TY. I'm not going to say he's done it, but he's done a great job killing bases. Oh, that Widow Mine burrows. Is it going to fire again before it dies? Absolutely not. Spore Crawler detection is fantastic. Finally, maybe his 5th base will be able to land in peace in another, I don't know, 35 seconds or so, which is, it's a long time, unfortunately. But he'll get there, and he's long distance mining in the time being. Dude, Rogue is on 1 base mining. This thing is mined out. There's hardly anything here at his 3rd. Again, his 3rd is what he's still mining from at 20 minutes. That's not good. That is not good at all. More Ultralisks coming in. This game might just get an epic tag. I don't feel like I've had an epic tag on a StarCraft 2 cast in some time, but this has been stupid, stupid good. I mean, this is Rogue's army. It is not big. It is 2 Ultras, a handful of Mutalisks, and some Banelings. The splits by TY are disgusting. So good. All the Banelings are gone, but the Ultras are chomping up pretty darn effectively, getting into that mineral line. Reinforcements from TY jumping into the party, though. You can't slow down the Ultra with your concussive shell because they are massive units, but still. What the heck just... What? Oh, no. No, TY. You did not. Did he just... He Widowmine drops. While this is happening, mind you, he Widowmine drops up north. Rogue doesn't see it. And he loses 19 drones. Okay, 5th base solidified for TY. 4th base solidified for TY. Lings and Ultras and Mutas. There are no Banelings here, which seems like a bit of a problem. It's a lot, man. This is so tight, though. If the Ultras can jump on this, they can destroy it, but they're a little bit too slow. Even with anabolic synthesis, they get wiped out. The Lings, not enough. Baneling explodes kind of harmlessly on those Marauders a little bit there. The Mutas are taking serious shots. They're flying away for tissue regeneration purposes. And TY comes out on top in 20 minutes and 56 seconds. Oh. There were like a million casters in this game, weren't there? Look at that. Wardy, the Muslim, Indy. Great match, though. Hey, look at this. ZVT featuring a Terran win. We have not had one of these in some time, I feel like. And you people who got to see it on patreon.com got to see it earlier than everybody else. Hoorah. Excellent, excellent play from TY there. Rogue, he ended up losing 36 Mutalisks. He had 4 at the end of the game. And it wasn't ever at one time, right? It was just here and there. Marines catching a couple, missile turrets killing some more, Thors doing some damage. 4 hatcheries down is a huge part of why this game was won by TY, though. Able to starve Rogue out economically. The income tab looks like this at this point in the game, which is, again, if you're even on income as a Zerg player against a Terran, it's bad. It's a mega, mega bad thing. I mean, obviously, 19 medevacs died. Great job because there were Mutalisks out. Again, hard to get that drop done, but the most important drop of the game happened when the Mutalisks were out, just not quite aware of what was going on. And 19 drones went down when that was something that couldn't really be afforded at that point by Rogue. A great, just scrappy, just a scrappy, epic. I don't know if it's an epic game. It didn't really come. That final stand was epic enough. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide, right? I usually do that. I'll let you Patreon fans decide if this is an epic game or not, if it gets the tag. It might get a scrappy tag, though. I've started using the scrappy tag more often. Let me know. Let me know. But regardless, nice job, TY. Really fantastically well done. Ends up killing 13 Ultralisks, 79 Banelings, 36 Mutas, 523 Zerglings, 64 drones, and 4 hatches. 4 hatches. Again, I think that's the key. Only 1 planetary went down, that Baneling bomb. The rest of the bases stayed alive. The orbitals stayed alive. The mules were huge. Ended up losing 4 Thors, 23 Widowmines. The tanks really weren't going to be an answer to much. And stopped making tanks, I think, after those first 4 died as easily as they did. And it was just Marines, a lot of Marines after that. Marauders, again, just enough Marauders to kind of do some damage to the Ultras and soak up Banelings. So, fantastic game. I mean, I really, really enjoyed that one. I know you Terran fans enjoyed it as well. And that's going to be it for me today. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.